for the grace of Allah that we are still in existence, and that every moment is a rahmah from Allah, and that our life is to be nothing. As much as this dunya wants to make us to be something by the influence of shaitan, Allah's way and the way of Ar-Rahman is to be nothing, a nukht, to achieve that and to attempt to achieve that so that we can witness the Divine in everything. Maqam al-Ihsan is to worship Allah as if you see Him, and if you don't see Him, know that He sees you. And this is a state of moral excellence that tariqas inspire people to achieve. Not just, I came into Islam and that's it, but Islam is merely the entry. And to come into Islam and to reach to Iman, and from Iman to enter into the oceans of Maqam al-Ihsan. The holy month of Zul-Qidah inshaAllah opening tonight, tomorrow night, depending upon where people are, and one of the 4 holy months that opening. Zul-Qidah is a powerful month of lights, the immense realities of 11 and the door before the pilgrimage, that this way of marifah and not the way of common people but the way of these awliya, in which they inspire their students to follow in that direction and its understanding, and they start from Bab Tawbah and the power of 9. By the time they enter onto the 11th month and the reality of mirroring, that the One is going to reflect upon the One. La ilaha illallah reflects upon Muhammadun Rasulullah, from the Ahad to Wahid. There is nothing like La ilaha illallah, there is no partner, there is no shaykh or form or likeness, and the reality of La ilaha illallah is reflecting to Muhammadun Rasulullah, from the creator, an unknown, unseen essence dressing upon the reality of creation, and the best of that reality in which every creation is brought from the light of Muhammadun Rasulullah. That reality of 11 is the reality of the mirror, the Divine mirror, that the kalima is a way in which for us to reach that reality, that by whom we love brings us into that ocean. You be with whom you love. These lovers of Sayyidina Muhammad, by virtue of their love they draw near to the reality of Prophet, and as a result of that drawing near, what is reflecting upon their soul of the Muhammadan lights. And the light that comes from Prophet is a reflection of what is being reflected upon Muhammadun Rasulullah, which is the oceans and power oceans of La ilaha illallah. Means this way of marifah, this way of reaching towards realities is immensely powerful but requires guidance. That people are not understanding the reality, not understanding how to achieve the realities. When the holy month of Zul-Qidah opens, it's also a month of seclusions. Seclusions are made in Zul-Qidah and in the holy month of Rajab. Means there must be immense realities. Ramadan is the month of annihilation, to destroy all the badness of character and return the servant like a nukht, to be completely effaced, washed of all badness from the power of siyam and fasting. And then the 10 and 10th month is once you became a nukht, Allah allows you to move into the presence of the One, because this is the hijrah and the pilgrimage for Hajj, but this is the real Hajj. Not the only imitated Hajj where we take a ticket and we go and make tawaf, but the reality behind that tawaf, the reality about receiving the lights from the Divinely Presence. Once they move from the 10th month into the holy month of Zul-Qa'dah, it's the reality of the 11 in which to reflect and to enter into the oceans of that mirror in which La ilaha illallah is reflecting upon Muhammadun Rasulullah. And as a result, the lovers of Sayyidina Muhammad as they drew near with the durood, their salawats, all their worshipness, all the practices, everything that Islam brought was to bring us to the nearness of Prophet in which to be reflected upon from the reality of La ilaha illallah. Means this is the immense reality of you be with whom you love. Our life is then to love the right people, the right reality. As a result of only love will draw us into that ocean. Nothing from external practices, nothing can draw to that reality. There's no ibadah that can be done to be given love other than acts of love. There's no prayer that you do, there's no fasting that you do, there's no actions that you do that grant you love other than seeking a path of love. Ya Rabbi, I'm intending to the oceans of muhabbat and to enter into the ocean of muhabbat and love for Prophet. And that's what we said was the real faith that they hide now. When you ask people what is faith, they don't tell you the correct answer. The Muhammadan faith of what Prophet described, Ya Hazrat Umar you have to love me more than you love yourself. And this is a reality of Iman in which you have to love yourself, you have to love Prophet more than we love ourselves. And the achievement of that is then following these Muhammadan realities, following the haqqaiqs in which awliyaullah are coming into our lives to teach us. That by the love of Prophet following the sunnah of Sayyidina Muhammad and following the way of awliya and their teachings, to enter into that love and to enter into that reality, to enter into that dress, that becomes the great achievement that Allah wants for us to achieve from the realities of that ishq and that muhabbat. Zul-Qa'dah is an opportunity in which to enter into that mirror. From the realities of Zul-Qa'dah and the power of 9, because this is a path related on the way and the doorway of the 9 which enters at Tawbah, and on the 12th month is 9 times 12 is the Kawthar. The month that opens now of 9 times 11 is Surat al-Zalzalah. So it means right before the Kawthar and the Hajj, Allah has opened for guidance, and the reality before the Hujjaj are entering is Surat al-Zalzalah. Why? Because that which is hidden within us must come out. It's not your physicality that's important to make the Hajj, that you go there for your physical entertainment and physical pleasures. But then Allah is asking from us, from the reality of Surat al-Zalzalah, that what the earth has hidden within her will come out by a series of shaking and crushing. And this is then the reality of expansion and contraction, that when the womb and pregnancy is contracting, expanding, contracting, expanding, to bring out the reality of the child. And the earth is in a continuous expansion and contraction, continuously crushing, continuously expanding, and becomes the reality of zilzala. That when a crushing comes, something going to be opened. Not only will the Qur'an bring zilzala upon the earth on this month, because everything is under the guidance of Holy Qur'an, nothing escapes the Qur'an, because it's Allah's Divinely speech that is controlling everything. As a result, it becomes a month of immense amount of quaking. That's upon the horizon, but what's within the servant is far more important, and this is the internal quaking, that what we have within us hidden must come out, and that's the soul. Now for those whom are not taking their path or not reach that reality that they have to bring out their soul's ability, their soul's hearing, their soul's seeing, their soul's sense of touch, the soul's sense of taste, and all their ibadah through the level of the soul.